Hi friends, it's Petra here with my second guest designer layout for HipKit Club, and I'm using the May kit and the May die that is available with this kit, and it's a gorgeous one. And today I am going to show you one of my go-to techniques that I use for a lot of layouts. I create my own focal points, my own embellishment using design paper. And we tend to use design paper in the way it is as a paper. So we back photos, or we use a strip, or we cut off a piece and back that in our layouts. But I always try to look at the paper in a different way and try to create embellishments using the design papers. So I have die cut several of the uh, squares, and I decided to trace the die cut itself because that's slightly bigger than the cut out shape. And that way I can create a little edge around my original die cut. So you can use your die cut in several ways, as you see. And I'm going for blues and pinks in this layout. So as you saw, I also cut out the design paper with a matching shape, and I will also back that one, but with the, well, I call it marble sheet, which I also used for the die cut I am gluing down at this moment. So I always find it a great way to start a layout by seeing if you can use your design paper as an embellishment and use that embellishment as a focal point for your layout. So it's always a go-to for me. So I simply traced the cut out design paper pieces on that marble paper to be able to back them, because I will offset them slightly when I glue them together. So time to arrange my huge embellishments. I simply call them embellishments. And I will be shuffling things around a bit because I also want to have some space for a title. It is a bit shameful, but I have made layouts where in the end I thought, oh, and where am I going to put my title? So I also cut out my photo in the way I cut out the backings for the die cuts. So it has the same shape as the rest of my layout pieces. And I simply glued it onto a piece of cardstock and cut it out a bit bigger to have a backing for the photo. And I did fussy cut that entire Stroll in the Meadows sheet with the beautiful flowers in the May kit. So I can use the gorgeous blue and pink flowers that are in that sheet. So another simple technique I use when I plan to do some mixed media, and it is possible, I try to glue my entire layout onto each other, but not on the background yet. So I arrange all the pieces before sticking them down and then try to stick them down together in one piece. That way I can trace around the edges and lift the entire thing up and place my mixed media. But you will see it in a moment. So now I'm simply tracing around the edges of that entire layout piece, or how do you call it? So I know where to place it when I am done. And well, mixed media is a big word for what I'm doing. I'm simply using my tumbled glass oxide ink, and I'm blending around the traced edges to create a bit of a blue fade behind my layout. And I'm using some craft foam to stick the entire thing down and give it a bit of elevation. And I always use really cheap craft foam because it works fine. So when it's stuck down, I am embellishing with those fussy cut stroll in the meadow flowers, and they are gorgeous. So it really is worth the effort to fussy cut that sheet, or pieces of that sheet. I'm the weird one here. I'm always fussy cutting an entire sheet because I like doing that watching TV or something. So and when I glue things down or tape things down, I never tape or glue the entire element because I always want to be able to tuck things underneath. So I have used the foam stickers, the gorgeous silver sparkly foam stickers for my title, and I'm creating the title Sweet Life. And then I decide that I also want to incorporate some of those silver outline flowers, just also to balance things out, because they match, of course, that title perfectly. So and I'm placing some silver sparkly dots randomly. And then it's time to do some splattering because I love to splatter, and I'm using chipped sapphire oxide spray to just create some small splatters around that centerpiece. And I always use an old piece of cardstock to prevent from splattering where I don't want to. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you got some inspiration, and see you next time. Let me know what you think, any questions, and thanks so much. Bye bye.